In this video, we're talking about co-hosting versus property management and which one is right for you. So stay tuned. Vacation Rental Machine helps hosts just like you learn how to start, grow, and scale your short-term rental business. This show is all about creating systems that help you automate your business, giving you more time and money freedom. If you're ready to start living the vacation rental life, then subscribe to this podcast today. Come and join us on our Facebook group, The Host Nation, where we'll be talking about starting, automating, and scaling a short-term rental business. Now, on to the show. Hey, welcome back, Host Nation, to another episode of Vacation Rental Machine. In this video, we're talking about co-hosting versus property management. What are some of the big differences that we see a co-host versus a property manager? So, John, what would you say is the first big difference between a co-host versus a property manager?
One of the biggest differences is actually just assisting somebody else or somebody else's profile in management of your short-term rental guests that come in. So that means that you are just assisting them and not necessarily the profile owner. So that means you might link up the messaging, you might handle all the guest interactions, you also could hand off the key if you need to. But you are pretty much the boots on the ground for the person that owns the property. The second thing that could identify whether or not you're a property manager or a co-host could actually come down to who collects the funds. On somebody else's profile, it's not uncommon for them to collect all of the funds or at least a vast majority of the funds directly and then siphon off what's your fee for assisting them in management. So that means either you're paid out directly by the profile or you might invoice them at the end of the month for any type of bookings that you have assisted with.
And that goes into number 3 of the difference between co-hosting versus property management is that with property management, there is some states where you will need to be licensed to be able to operate and manage other people's properties because of the management of the funds. If you are taking and collecting and receiving funds from guests and then distributing that to another owner, there are certain types of legal requirements in some states that you have to be able to manage by, such as having a security deposit, some type of holding account, and having all of these set up. You might have to be licensed and attached to a specific type of brokerage to be able to manage these properties. As a co-host, though, if you are just assisting, if I'm just Joe Schmo and I am helping, my cousin or another person, someone that referred me out to somebody else to help them just manage their listing, maybe I'm just handling the messaging. Maybe I am just, handling the cleaning. Maybe I am helping them with their pricing, whatever these different aspects of the property management is. If I'm not the one that's handling the funds, technically I'm not a property manager. I'm just a co-host. I'm just assisting the homeowner, which in some states may allow you to be able to manage properties without the right licensure. Now, again, I am not speaking and telling you to go out and, manage other people's properties or be a co-host and, do anything illegally. You definitely want to check with your local county to make sure that this is something that you're allowed to do. But a lot of this comes down to sometimes just the management of the funds. And if you are just assisting somebody with the management of their property and other aspects, and you're not handling any funds yourself, and you're actually just getting paid out as being invoiced or receiving just a portion of the booking revenue, then you may just be considered a co-host as opposed to a property manager. The fourth big differentiator between co-hosting and property management will also come down to branding. As a brand, as a property manager, there are going to be some property management companies where they will only work with select properties that fit their brand, that fit their style. Because if someone is traveling to this location and they want to be able to stay at this property management company's different properties, if your property doesn't fit within their brand, they might not even take you on. As a co-host, though, you really don't have a specific brand because you're just assisting other people and their properties. This is not your brand. This is not your profile. There is somebody that does have the profile underneath their own account, and you are just assisting them. You are co-hosting that property for them. So that really, these 4 things we see as being the biggest differentiators between a property management company versus a co-host. Obviously, with a co-host, you might be able to also charge a little bit differently as well as how much your fee structure is. Some property management companies might be more like a REIT, or they might provide some type of additional concierge services where they would be charging a bit more for those additional services. They might be handling other aspects of the business where you as the co-host, you might not be on site. You might not be, offering these additional concierge services. these are things that you might be able to include and you might be able to do to assist the property owner, the host of the property. But you as a co-host, you are really just working with the owner and finding exactly out what are the things that you're going to be doing, as opposed to a property manager, where this might just be what they do. They handle all aspects. They handle the funds. They handle all these things because this is what fits within their brand and this is how they operate their business. So question of the day, what type of business do you guys run? Are you a co-host? Are you a property manager? Do you not see a difference between the two? I'd love to know all of your thoughts and feedback in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to smash this like button if you like this type of video, and we'll talk to you all next time. Keep on hosting. If you'd like John and I to answer your guys' questions, then be sure to go to the Host Nation Facebook group and use hashtag AskVRM. Hope you hosts found value in this episode. If you did, please go on over to iTunes and leave us a review, as that would greatly support the show. If you'd like to connect with John, the community, and I, then go on over to our Facebook group, The Host Nation. Talk to you hosts in the next episode. Keep on hosting.